So I'm Stefan Strydom. I'm a project manager with the Anglo-American New Mining Technology Department. We are responsible for the research and development on the mining side, specifically in the Anglo-American Platinum group. There we actually mine the platinum group of metals. That includes platinum, palladium, iridium, rhodium, and yttrium, very scarce metals in the world. And then ultimately, we wanted to look at mechanized methods of how to mine these elements. Well, ultimately, if you look at surface mining, you typically look at open cast mining. You have a clear view from surface what is going underground, because you can literally view what is going on in the pits wherever you are mining. If you go underground, you can't visually see that. You have to use technology to track equipment, to understand what is happening underground, maybe use video cameras, AR, VR, or augmented reality with virtual reality to start demonstrating and understanding what is happening underground. And because it's far away, it might be a kilometer underground, so communication becomes problematic. How do you communicate with people, with machines? How do you understand what is happening underground? It's a total different ballgame by going underground. Well, firstly, previously what we used to do is you send somebody underground with a two-way radio, with a clipboard. He walks around and understands where the equipment is located. He's trying to understand what is happening on the machine, puts this down on a piece of paper, and then every couple of minutes he needs to go to an area where there's radio reception and then report back to a control room. So you don't get instantaneous, real-time information of what is going on. If there's a problem underground and you can't communicate, you have to wait until the end of the shift before you can understand what is happening underground. By employing and deploying the IoT-related technologies, the IoT Raptor, the edge computing device on our machines and connecting that onto the network, you can get real-time data from the machine without any human interference, without data being manipulated. It's real-time data from the machine. You don't have to ask anyone. It is there, it is in a screen, on a screen, in a report, it is visible. And that is very, very crucial for a mining operation. Yes, it is. So if you look at there's conventional mining where you actually use people with machines in their hands, hand rock drill operators, or you can use mechanized vehicles. And that is what we're aiming for. It's a much safer way how to mine. But the moment you go mechanized mining, the utilization and efficiencies of the machine is important. Because if you drop that, you start losing production. So how can you use IoT? And what we have done, what we've established in one of our Twickenham mines, it is our research and development center that we had from the 2017 to 2019 period, where we actually tested the technology. We've proven it there. We've actually shown and demonstrated if you apply this technology in those machines, you can actually up your utilization of the vehicles. You can understand where your lost time is going. And just by looking at the reduction of that lost time, you automatically start increasing production. And that has got a tremendous value for the production of PGMs. So in the long run, we foresee that the cost is going to come down. Currently, it's not there yet. So it's quite a difficult way how to calculate those costs. You've got to start somewhere. So ultimately, if you produce a ton of ore, the question is how can you get the cost of that production down? A couple of ways is to ensure that your ultimate utilization of the equipment is as high as possible. Not too high, because you might create bottlenecks. So it is a balancing act that you need to go through. So once you understand what are those cost drivers, you can actually start focusing. One of the ways that we want to try and do this is to make sure that we have the IoT capability, the Internet of Things capability. So by using the edge computing devices of IoT.nxt to help us understand what is the data sets that we're getting from the various machines, how can we start using those data sets in the future in our cost models? So it's still a way to go, but we see great potential in the way forward. I think from a mining perspective, it is still something that's got to be grown into. When we started this whole process with the IoT.nxt guys in 2017, it was for us and for them actually a new venture. What do you do with your mechanized vehicles underground? How do you collect data? How do you collate that data? How do you interpret that data? So we went through a proof of concept with them to understand what is that opportunities. So we definitely foresee that in the future, once the technology is in place and it is ruggedized and equipped for the mining environment, we definitely see opportunity that that future is going to be of great value to the company. Most definitely. So by employing various technologies, the environment becomes safer. By upskilling the people, they understand not only what the mining operation is about, but what the machine can actually do. Once you understand that, the value of that is tremendous. You now start creating an environment where on a production level, production can increase by utilizing the machine in conjunction with a human being. It just becomes a safer environment. So definitely, by upskilling resources, you are not only creating jobs for the future, but you're also making sure that your cost drivers are coming down, that you're focusing on production, the utilization component, and in conjunction with your safety stats, it definitely shows that there's great opportunity for both safety for people and the machines in the same area, definitely. So ultimately that would need to be explored further because I think that is a growing value that you can actually get. Every day we learn more. How can you actually apply the various technologies? How do you adapt that technology for a mining environment? So it's not just in a small package, do these 3 steps and you solve all of your problems. It is something that you literally every day start growing and finding out new ways of how to actually better the whole environment. So we started off in 2017 to 2019 at the Twickenham mine. It's located in the Mubatsi area, above Burgersfort and Steelpoort. We actually did the proof of concept there, and it was great with the IoT.nxt team. We actually proven that we can connect onto the machines, can get data into our control room, host of things that we actually did, integrate to the various mining systems. We then moved to the Amandelbult mine complex, where we are currently at the moment, to Mellow 15 East shaft. And various delays have caused us actually only now to start again and getting the IoT guys back onto site. And I think for the next year, we're going to spend in our production area putting back the technology at this site as well. So we are looking forward to actually working with the IoT.nxt team to get that right in the future.